Hey everybody, Cary here. I hope you're having an awesome day. I haven't done a YouTube video in like 4 or 5 days. I had my store open last weekend, and honestly, I've been feeling a little bit overwhelmed and a little bit burnt out. I needed to take a little bit of break from the YouTube part of what I'm doing, but I'm back, I'm ready to go, and I want to show you what I did today. I went to 3 thrift stores. I want to show you what I found, and also I want to show you what I found this Sunday at the swap meet. I got a comic book haul that is amazing. I paid $80 for it, and just one of the 100 plus comics I got will pay for the whole lot. Can't wait to show you. Let's go. Starting out my thrifting day at the Deseret Industries in Layton, Utah. I hope I find some good stuff. Historically, this is my favorite, and probably still is my favorite thrift store, the one in Layton, but Savers in Layton has been a lot better to me lately. Look at how many stuffed animals and plushes they have here. It's just ridiculous. This one threw me off. I thought it was a pound puppy. I looked at it just generic. It is vintage, but not worth much. This is nice. A little bit of Big Hero 6 toys in here for $3. I think I can sell that lot somewhere between like 15 and 25. I have to look through it and see what's going on with it. This was interesting. I looked this up. It was $10. I looked it up and I could only find the remote. And the remote alone, somebody was asking $40 for. So I thought, I'm just going to take a chance. I can't really lose. So I sold a pair of shoes, Under Armour shoes, that I got about a week or two ago on Facebook Marketplace just a couple days ago. And now I'm excited to look for shoes. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to learn it. The one part of clothing outside of sportswear that I've always kind of been interested in is shoes, so I'm learning. If you see anything here that I am missing, which I'm sure I am, let me know what I'm missing. I took a look at these Nikes, but I decided to pass. They just looked a little bit too beat up. I haven't been to this DI in Centerville for about a year and a half. I should go a lot more. It used to be my favorite one back in the day. I found this nice snow globe for $1. I really picked it up because the price was right. It's $1. It's a souvenir. I don't even have to look it up. I can get 10, 12, maybe 15, maybe even 20. I'll look it up. Maybe it's rare, but I doubt that. This is a Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and Santa snow globe. Another one at $1. I can't pass up. I'll buy Christmas all year long, especially at that price. Here we go, the telltale sign there, that handle, Revere Wear. It did have a lot of wear and a lot of marks on it, but it's only $2. I'm going to try to clean it up the best I can, but I'm also putting a lot together of some that are beat up as I find them at $1 to $2 that I'll eventually sell in a lot. So I don't mind. I'm just going to hold on to it if I can't clean it up too well. Used to really feast on these DVD TV series sets with all the Netflix, Hulu, Paramount Plus, all these things lately. They've gone down quite a bit, but these two are good. Season 2 should get me about 10 to 15, and Season 3 looks like it might get me 25 to 30 plus shipping. Really love to find Sony items like this. This is a 5-disc CD changer. It's only $7. The DI is great with their pricing on these. I should be able to get about $40 to $50 plus shipping. Here's another Sony item, a Dream Machine, $5. Should get about $20 plus shipping. Back up to Layton at Savers. Let's see what we find. Many plushes at Savers as well. I took a closer look at this John Deere tractor plush, but it had a bit of wear on it. $2.99. The price was okay, but I didn't even bother to look it up. I'm in the toy section, and the main thing I look out for are action figures, and vintage ones at that. These are Transformers, but they're not the higher-end Transformer toys. They're kind of the lower-end ones that aren't worth quite as much. You're going to see right here some Disney princesses. When I can get a good lot like this of the Magic Clip ones or the plastic cake toppers, I'll pick them up at $2.99. I should be able to get about $10 to $15 plus shipping. I picked up this bag because it was only $2. It had a nice Slimer keychain. I'm sure that'll double, maybe a little bit more my value on that bag. And there's also a couple other pieces in there that I can sell. Moving on, look at all these Hot Wheels right here. It's like, I think 4 or 5 for $7.99. That is way too much. I would definitely pass on that. I don't like these big Nerf guns, but I love the accessories, the scopes, the handles, the ammo belts. All those things can sell really well, and they don't weigh that much. This is a board game tip that has made me a lot of money throughout the years. Look out for independent games. You're going to know it by brands like Rio Grande Games, and also a really big giveaway is you're going to see the artist or the creator's name plus the name of the board game on the front. I love to look for theme park merch. This is a Legoland California hat. It is only $3.49. It's in pretty good condition, and I believe I should be able to get about $10 to $15 plus shipping. I'm going to put it on Facebook Marketplace. Also, this is a good style of hat to look out for, this kind of script style. This is a newer one, but the vintage ones from the 90s can go for good money. I had absolutely terrible reception today at the thrift store, so I just went with my gut on this one. $3.99 is a great price for a VHS player. I looked it up afterwards, and I should get about $30 plus shipping on it. I don't know about you, but now that I'm looking for new wave ovens, I find new wave stuff all the time. $14.99. I didn't have reception, like I said, so I decided to pass on this. It is new. I probably could have made a few dollars, but I just decided to pass. Here's a piece that I would have usually loved to get. It was only, I believe, $2.99. I can't read that very well, but I didn't know the brand, so I had to pass. Looking through the shoes, seeing what I can find to buy. Under Armour, that's what I sold earlier this week. This one, I believe, just had a little bit too much wear and also was a bit pricey. It's not in this shoe, but the other one will tell us how much the shoe was. I believe it was $18.99. That is way too much for some used shoes. These are $11.99. Also, they just had a little bit more wear than I was comfortable with. But if those were like 6 or 7, I probably would have taken a chance on them. Back at the shop, and I want to show you the comic book collection I bought for $80. It really pays to have connections. This is the estate sale guy that I buy stuff from. He had these comic books and gave me a great deal. I've already posted some. I got this Xena one up, I believe, at about $20. It's autographed by one of the writers. This is nice, from 1985 Ninja Turtles. It's kind of rare. That's about $25 plus shipping. This one's autographed by a writer as well. That's about $15 plus shipping. This is a first appearance of Cosmic Ghost. That's about $10 to $12 to $13 plus shipping. I have two. I love comic books, learning about the first appearance of different characters. Those go for good money. This is a Ren and Stimpy #1, still in the bag. So cool. That's a key edition of Alpha Flight. And then we also have the first appearance of Puma. I have it up at about $10 shipped, or $6 plus shipping. This is Moon Knight #1, my favorite of the bunch. They have a movie coming out next year. This is the English edition, the UK edition. These are going for like $50, $60 or so. The UK edition, I'm not sure. I'm going to ask over $100 and just let it sit and see what happens. This is from 1969, Captain Marvel. An early comic book right there. Really neat. I think I can get about $10, $15 for that plus shipping. This is Jonah Hex #8. This is the origin story of how he got his wounds and stuff like that. I believe that's going to get me about $40 plus shipping. This is just a cool cover. I think that's about a $5 or $6 one. Next up, not yet. We have this Green Lantern. This is the first appearance of Omega Men. They had their own comic book line later on. That's about $15 to $20 plus shipping. This is the one I was talking about or thinking about. This cover of the new Incredible Hulk is so awesome. I think that's like a $10 to $15 comic. That one's fairly rare. Don't know much about that. Here's a vintage Warlock comic, I believe, from the 1960s. And I'm not sure what that goes for offhand. Probably about $10. That one's probably about $5. And this is a cool holographic cover. They're not always worth something when they have a holographic cover, but they could help. This one's the one that's really going to make me the money. The lowest one right now for this comic book, the lowest price on eBay, is $85 plus shipping. So I'm going to put this at about $80. What I paid for all the comics, I'm hoping to get back on just that one comic. This one's also nice. I forgot offhand how much I could get for it. I think it's about $20, Oracle Man. This one's weird, but it's valuable. I believe it's like $15 to $25. We have quite a few good ones. Here's another hologram one. I didn't look that up, but it just looks awesome, so I set it aside for quicker listing before I get to the other ones that are in the $1 to $5 range. A lot of the other comics I'm going to put in lots, and that's how I like to do it. That was the best comic haul I've had in years. I had a good one about 2 or 3 years ago that I made a lot of money on. I wish I could find these more. I honestly need to look more often on Facebook Marketplace and stuff like that for these deals. If you've made it this far in the video, if you could take a second and just like it so it gets pushed out in the algorithm to others who may enjoy it. And also, if you're not subscribed, please take a second and subscribe. It would mean the world to me. I hope you all have an awesome day, and I'll talk to you next time.